ADA, before we start, I just want to highlight, please, before watch any of my video, in each one, for example, like here in the description part, I put the disclaimer. Please read it. And what I want to say is that I'm not giving any financial advice. Okay. And the purpose for this channel is just educational, for the education. What I want to say is that I'm just sharing the way I look at the chart and the way I read the chart. That's all. Okay. And I'm not giving any financial advice. I'm not telling you when to buy or when to sell. I'm just sharing my idea. If anyone wants to follow whatever I share here, if they want to follow for the trading, this is their own responsibility. Okay. Make it very simple. I'm just sharing my idea and the way I look at the chart, and I'm not giving any financial advice. Anyway, we start with ADA, and based on ADA, I mean, first I want to mention I don't see much changes based on lower time frame. It's still within the trade correction, and based on monthly chart, I'm looking to see the breakout of the 92 cent, and the breakout of this one is very important for me, and I can expect to see the correction based on lower time frame. Okay. Anyway, as I mentioned, I don't see anything new. And if I move to lower time frame weekly chart, the breakout of this zone, which is somewhere around 65, is really important for me. Because if the price break, then I consider I'm out of this correction. Then I can consider uh, I can expect to see the price at least tag 92 cent. Because if the price couldn't break this correction, I can expect this one turn to more complex before I see the continuation. Okay. And the breakout of this zone with the expectation for the price I can expect the price can tag all-time high. It can give me better confirmation. But anyway, I don't say any trade setup. And as I mentioned, there is no much changes as what I explained in my last video. And if we move to lower time frame daily chart, now the question is whether this is the start of the move or I can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. Okay. And still I can expect this one, the price tag, still I can expect if there is a no breakout for the next drop. How deep it can go, I'm expecting 450 if the next drop happen. And if this one happen, it can give me better confirmation to look for buy. But I'm not waiting for this option. I'm just considering if there is no breakout of this correction. Okay. But if the price continue from here, I'm not really interested to look for buy within this one. But what I want to say is that the breakout of this one as a short term, I can look for 75 or 82 cents. Okay. Then at this point, I want to see whether this one can break this top or not. In terms of the looking for the trade, I have to wait. And how about the divergence? That's why I'm not really interested to look for buy. Okay. But as I mentioned, if it doesn't mean the price cannot continue from here. The only thing is how to look for trade. But at this point, I don't see any uh, proper trade setup which can give me the good trade with the confirmation. If I move to lower time frame, if I move to forward chart, okay, this is which make this one a bit complex if I want to look for trade, because now the question is I consider this one as a flat and this is the next one, or I can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. Okay. And at this point, I want to see whether the price can break this one as a sharp move or not. If the continuation as a corrective, then I will wait to see the breakout of the bigger picture. Okay, I'm not going into the details because every video is a continuous of the next previous one. I'm just trying to make it, I cannot explain everything in the single video because it make it very, uh, I don't want a video, I mean, my analysis will be too long. That's why I just try to continue what I explained my last analysis. That means if anyone wants to look at the video, whatever I share here, please refer to what I explained before. Then they know why and why I'm expecting for the next drop. Because since last year, since I start, I discuss about the different flat and the way I look at the chart. Whether we call this, I call this one as a running flat or anyway, anything else. Okay. Anyway, at this point, I can consider this one as a running flat. But if the price couldn't break this one because the way is reversing, I can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. But since the overall market is start to move, I can expect the price continue from here without the next drop. But how to look for trade at this point, I'm not really interested to look for the trade. Okay, at this point. Okay, and rather than that, I don't see any new things. But if I move to lower time frame, similar explanation. Even if I get the flag, I'm not really interested to look for buy, or even I'm not really interested to look for the sell if there is a next drop. But at this point, if with the breakout of this correction, I can look for 75 following by 82. But as I mentioned, if the price couldn't break this top, if I see the next drop, it can give me better confirmation and better opportunity to look for the next. This is the best I'm looking for, but it doesn't mean with the price cannot continue from here. Okay, what I want to say is that in terms of the trading, for me, if I want to look for trade, I prefer to wait to look for the trade setup with the confirmation and which have a lower risk the lower risk and better reward. Okay. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any changes or any update, then I will share my view. Thanks.